think I need to change that intro. I don't know, I'm getting sick of it. What do I got today? I don't know, just some bullshit. Just trying out some new shit. Don't really have anything to fucking review. Any shit like that today. You know, most of these fitness channels, it seems like most of them have turned into just fucking guys sitting around talking about nothing. So, that's what we're gonna do today. Well, not really nothing though. Anyway, we just got done working out, you know, a couple hours ago, an hour or so ago. And you know, I've been doing something different lately. Like how do you all like to work out? Do you like to work out with a split, just like you're gonna do like back and like chest and back, or chest and shoulders, or back and arms? You know, that's what I'm doing now. Yes, yeah, I've been working out since I've been 11 years old. You know, my first bench was a fucking it was a disaster. It was one of those old style benches. Yeah, I mean, you know, like how most benches now, they're nice and wide, you know, Olympic width, so you can get a good wide grip. Like this bench was the old style from the 70s. You know, it's basically as wide as your shoulder, so you kind of had to just like fit yourself right in there. And you know, if you wanted to grip wider than like about here, you kind of, you know, you had to go around the bars. It was kind of fucked up. Yeah. One time I was bench pressing with that bench, and it was one like the fucking arm. It had an arm that came down. It only had one screw, one bolt through the arm, through the not the lever, but the hinge in the bench, and then the arm came out, and there was, you know, holes in that bar, and you would hook it into this part on the bench. And one time I was bench pressing, I was probably like 13 years old. I was like, had an incline, and this bench was already fucked up, as, you know, beat to death, been stored in like a cellar for probably 10 years or something. It was like rusty and shit. Anyway, I go to fucking lift that thing, and fucking thing, the bar breaks right when I'm fucking lifting this shit up. I fucking smacked down. I mean, I didn't get hurt because, you know, I was like 13. I wasn't lifting like, you know, probably just like a little more than the fucking bar. And the bar was the old style bar, you know, not the Olympic style bar. It was short. It wasn't very big. The weights it used were filled with cement. I mean, this was old style shit, and that's so I started. But anyway, you know, what I'm doing now is, you know, like combined workouts, like 2 body parts per workout. And, you know, I really don't like it. That's kind of what I've done most of my time. And you know, for the past 9 months or so, I've been doing, you know, like 1 body part. I really like the 1 body part workout, because when you're going to work out your chest, this is just my opinion anyway, when you're going to work out your chest, you know, I want to work out my chest. I don't want to be fucking thinking like, okay, after I get done working my chest, now I got to go work shoulders. That shit, which is currently what I'm doing. I'm doing chest and shoulders, and then it's like back and triceps, then legs, and biceps, and, you know, forearms. And on chest day we do abs too. You know, that's sort of kind of a routine I've done a lot, and it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. And, you know, doing that way, you can get every body part twice a week, because I like to work out 6 days a week. It's probably not the smartest thing for most people, but, you know, there are supposedly studies showing that, you know, doing 2 workouts, or, you know, splitting up your body parts and doing it twice a week is better than just doing it all out once a week. You know, I mean, you know, studies are, you can always find one study that contradicts another study. You know, studies are definitely useful, but you gotta put it in context. And, you know, I haven't really seen these studies that show that if I work chest one day, then back one day, then legs one day, then arms one day, that somehow that's worse than, or somehow it would be better if I would do chest and back, and then, or chest and shoulders, and then back and triceps or whatever, and then do that twice a week. You know, what are the real advantages? Are you really going to fucking grow more muscle if it's the same amount of work to split up? You know, maybe, possibly, and that may be good for a lot of people. And again, yeah, I'm doing it right now, and I get pretty, you know, I get results. You know, so it's not about not getting results. It's just about what I like, because I like to, you know, if I'm working out, I want to focus on what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want to be fucking thinking, okay, after this, now I have to do this, or after this, I have to do this. I just want to go in there and fucking say I'm doing legs, and I just want to fucking do legs. I don't want to fucking be like legs, and then when I'm done, I'm going to do biceps. You know, it's just like a fucking distraction that to me it can like keep you from going all out, or it can make you kind of skimp a little bit on the legs, or not spend as much time, because again, it's like, even doing this, I work out like 2 hours a day, and I know that's too much for somebody who's natural, and it's just it's what I like to do. Like 2 hours just works for me. That's what works for me. It's 6 days a week. That's what works for me. I've cut out the cardio pretty much completely, and I haven't gained any weight. Haven't the weight loss kind of just like petered off there. We're about like 240 now. Like the lowest I got was 233, and that's when I was doing 2 hours a day of weights, and then right after that I did an hour of cardio, which was P90X, and I just followed the full P90X protocol that most people do P90X, and they're like, fuck yeah, I did P90X, fuck you, I'm a badass. Like, motherfucker, I just lifted weights for 2 fucking hours, and I did the same goddamn thing you did, and I still got fucking energy, But I don't recommend that, at least not long term. Yeah, it fucks you up pretty bad. But I got down to like 233, and it fucking just leveled off for like a month straight. Even eating like 2,000 calories a day, just like if you can't lose weight at 2,000 calories a day, working out 3 hours a day, there's it's time to fucking roll back a bit. So anyway, now we're like 240 now, 241. We pretty much been 240 for like the last month. Pants fit the same, shirts fit the same. Like, but the muscles are bigger. They look bigger. They look better. So I don't know what the point of all this is. I'm just saying, like, working out a muscle group twice a week versus working out hardcore once a week. I'll really have to look at more studies on that, because they are useful. I was scanning through one website, and they fucking went through all this shit. I like to look at all these bodybuilding blogs. So much of them, a lot of them are just really fucking opinion. And they'll say, every study supports this, every study supports this. And it's like, okay, well, every study supports it, at least link to a goddamn study. I was going to this one website, I'm not even going to mention the fucking name, because he goes through this entire diatribe of how normal bodybuilding routines don't work, they don't work, and all this shit, saying every study supports this. I mean, it's like a shitload of fucking words. Like, I fucking read it for like half an hour, and not once did the guy link to a goddamn fucking study. You keep pushing these fucking studies saying that, oh my God, everybody's doing these workouts that are wrong. I have the fucking answer, buy my fucking program. You're saying you have studies to back it up, but you never post a goddamn study. Like, fuck you. Like, I just wasted half an hour reading this shit. So like, what do you guys like? What do you like to do? Do you like to work out like chest and back, or chest and shoulders, and then the next day you'll do, say, back and triceps, or back and biceps, and then the next day you'll do legs and, say, biceps and forearms, and then you'll just rotate. Then you go back to chest and say shoulders, and then the next day you do, and maybe throw in different exercises each time. I like to do that just to get a full range, hitting the muscle differently. Like on my first workout on like Sunday for chest, I'll do just normal bench press, incline bench, decline bench, with a barbell. And then when it comes around to Tuesday, I guess it is, or Wednesday, I'll use dumbbells, and I get a better stretch, and I'll do mainly flies, because that really, like, that's really good for the width, I think, and for the separation. At least it has for me. I know a lot of people say don't do flies, but I still fucking do flies. I love them. I love the stretch. I love the way it feels, the burn. I mean, there's nothing like it. Anyway, but like, what do you guys like to do? Do you like to, split up your workouts like that? Do you like to focus on just one body part and do it just once a week and then rotate through? Like, I really like to do chest one day, and of course abs are thrown in there. So chest one day, back the next day, shoulders the next day, arms the next day, legs the next day. That gives me 5 days, 5 different workouts of focusing on that one body part for like 2 hours straight. And then I have 1 day free, which, if you're smart, if you're smart, you would take that day off, and you take 2 days off. I like to work out 6 days a week. It's just, it works for me. That's what I do. So on that day, I'll just fucking do whatever the hell I want. I can do like a real quick full body workout, so everything is sort of still getting hit like twice a week. Of course, not to the same degree as it would be as a normal split where you're going twice a week, but it's still, everything's going to be getting hit twice a week. Or I might just focus on a lagging body part. All your body parts are lagging. Fuck you. What the fuck time is it? I got a fucking webinar. Holy shit. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm just fucking rattling today. SquatchTalk. SquatchTalk. Sasquatch Talk. SquatchTalk. Yeah, what else we got? The fucking Shredz scandal, Adobe Gainz bullshit.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that?
Okay, I actually made a long ass response video to this, but I was so just like pissed off, not for the reasons you think, that it went on for like 45 minutes, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like I can't like I'll put anything out there, I'll do dumb, stupid shit that no one understands or gets, and it gets like 2 views, and the people that watch it are like, we probably need to report this, but you know, I've got like 3 channels right now. I'll probably put up a few more here pretty soon. Well, a couple more. But you know, even I watched that. I'm like, I can't publish this. Like, this is fucking insane. So here's my problem with it. My problem isn't with what they did, which basically these people for Shredz and for, you know, really anybody who's in the fitness industry, they're all this fucking outrage about Adobe Gainz and about motherfuckers using Photoshop. You know, I hate to break this to you, but it's the fitness industry. It's like you're judged purely on how you look.
What's wrong with you, you little piece of shit?
And you're shocked that someone would use Photoshop to make their fucking photo look better? Like, are you fucking dumb as shit? Like, of course they're gonna fucking use Photoshop. Like, do you know what these motherfuckers, who they're fucking competing with? It's like you got 1,000 people a day fucking on Instagram who look just as good as all these fuckers with contracts. So of course they're gonna fucking use every fucking edge they can come across. And Photoshop is one of those edges. And so is steroids. I mean, why the fuck do you think bodybuilders are so goddamn big? Because I'm not gonna do that because it sends a bad message, because it's cheating. And that's another thing. It's like all these people are fucking outraged over Photoshop. Where's the fucking outrage over the steroids and all the other fucking idols you fucking have? I mean, I don't have a problem with either of it. I don't give a shit. You do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's your own fault. Like, if you're outraged, if you have heroes and all this dumb shit, that's your fault for being misled. Like, you let it happen. Like, how fucking stupid are you to have a hero in the first place? What are you, fucking 4 years old? Jesus Christ, grow the fuck up. And all these fucking asshole fucking YouTubers are fucking going on and on. Like, you're gonna get found out because you use Photoshop. You're gonna lose your job. You're not gonna work in this industry. It's like, motherfucker, you don't know shit. I mean, first of all, their physiques are fine. Then they fucking enhance them to get more of a fucking edge. And so they what? So they sell more fucking product. I mean, that's the name of the goddamn game. Do you not fucking understand? This is not the fucking truth business. It's the fucking it's the fucking, you know, supplement business. It's to sell product. And like I said, if you want to blame somebody for people using Photoshop or using steroids or using whatever the fuck to get an edge, blame yourself, because you're the one who fucking pays money to these companies. You're the one who is inspired by all this fucking inspirational bullshit that is fucking bullshit from the beginning. And I mean, people have got to fucking know this is fucking bullshit. I mean, when you see some of these pictures, you got to realize, you know, if I take this product, I'm going to look like that. If you don't realize it's fucking fake, if you don't realize that, you know, it may help some, but you're not going to look like that, then you're fucking stupid. I mean, how many fucking bodybuilders have fucking posed for like Hydroxycut or a fucking protein supplement or something, and they've probably never taken that shit in their goddamn life. But they pose next to it to fucking sell products because they get money. That's the name of the game. I mean, it may work for you. I don't know. I used to take Hydroxycut a long time ago. He should take more. He's fat as fuck. Yeah, shut the... But anyway, that's the whole fucking point on the Adobe Gainz shit and the fucking Shredz shit is who gives a fuck? Like, really, you're pissed off that somebody's using Photoshop to take an already good looking physique and make it look even better. So that way they sell more products, which they actually do sell more products. And that in turn means it's kind of your fault for buying more products, for being able to be misled that way, for being, stupid. I don't really want to say stupid, but for not realizing that advertisement is not, you know, it's not truth-ertisement. It's advertisement. They take points of the product and they show you just the good points. You know, I have a creatine powder that says this fucking creatine has been shown, like the ingredient in this creatine has been shown to fucking give you fucking 20 pounds of muscle in 8 days. I mean, that's not what it said, but you know the point. And yeah, the ingredient did do that. And you know what the ingredient was? The ingredient was creatine monohydrate. the same fucking ingredient in every single creatine monohydrate. There's nothing special about this creatine, but they make it look like their creatine is special. That's advertising. I mean, look at any fucking protein supplement company like Universal Nutrition or Animal, and don't get me wrong, I love their products, but they have guys who are fucking, up to their eyeballs in fucking steroids and HGH and insulin and all kinds of other, who knows what else they're fucking taking, which again, I don't give a shit. And they're sitting there saying, I take this protein. They're sitting there on the fucking bottle, all steroided out. And you think that doesn't influence people? And by the way, those photos, those are Photoshopped too. Every fucking advertising photo is Photoshopped. It doesn't matter if it's the fitness industry. It's also the fucking fashion industry. It's every industry where they're trying to sell you a product because they want everything to look perfect, because perfect sells. You know what doesn't sell? Truth doesn't sell. Honesty doesn't sell. At least not total honesty. Of course, honesty sells, but not total and complete honesty. For example, the creatine. I was talking about the creatine. Yeah, they're honest. They're absolutely honest that, creatine monohydrate has shown to increase muscle mass 5 pounds over 25 days or something like that. At least in beginners. Did they say at least in beginners on the bottle? I don't think so. Did they say, and not just this creatine, but any creatine you take? Did they put that disclaimer that it's not just theirs? No. They're honest, but they're not completely honest. It's no different than being in a relationship. If you're in a relationship and your chick is kind of overweight and she says, does my butt look fat? You're going to say no. Complete honesty is not going to fucking sell. I mean, that's why they use fucking guys who are fucking steroided out of their minds to fucking market things. And then they further Photoshop them to make them look even better. I mean, if I was sitting there holding up a fucking protein product, would you buy it? Me versus some guy who's fucking steroided out of his ass? No, you wouldn't fucking buy my shit. You say, this guy looks better, I'm going to buy his shit. Even though you really know deep down, there's probably no difference, which there isn't no difference. I mean, a lot of these manufacturers, they come from this, the protein is sourced from the same exact place. For pennies on the dollar, by the way. I mean, pennies on the dollar. I mean, we are really getting ripped off for protein powder. I mean, this stuff is cheap as shit. But that's another story. Anyway, I've gone off too long on the Shredz thing. Who gives a shit? Fucking get over it. It's advertising. What the fuck you want? What the fuck you want? Jesus Christ. What the fuck time is it? I got a fucking webinar. Oh shit, I got like 5 minutes. Anyway, I don't know. Thinking about making some like branded like weight belts. Like you can source those things cheap as hell. Like I see, I'm not gonna mention no names, but a lot of YouTubers on here, fitness guys. They'll have weight belts and fucking wrist straps. Fucking selling that shit for, $30 for wrist straps and fucking $60, $70 for a weightlifting belt, and these things literally cost like $4 each. When you source them, of course, it costs a little more if you put your brand name on them, and then of course you have to deal with your order quantities and your shipping, which adds up, and of course selling fees, and of course that price kind of triples, quadruples by the time it actually gets to the U.S. But I don't know, Sasquatch Fitness, that would be cool. I don't know. We're just working on all kind of shit. I don't have a real job. This is not what I do. I fucking work in mute. Well, you can't see it right now, but I have fucking Pro Tools up there, which, if you guys are interested in like pro audio, pro video shit, you can always check out my other channel there. All right. I got a fucking webinar, secret webinar for, well, I guess I can't say, but yeah, we're working on shit. Trying out new shit, doing new shit. Yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments or whatever. Like, what kind of workouts do you like to do? You like splitting things up? Do you like maybe you only like working out 3 times a week? Maybe you do. And that can work for a lot of people. And it would probably work for me if I wasn't so fucking neurotic and insane that I have to work out 6 days a week. But, it is what it is. How you like to work out, what shit you like to do. I'm putting together some programs, some insane programs that no one should probably do, but yeah, we're working on shit. Yep. Well, I got a fucking webinar to get to, guys. So over and out. So in the Adobe Gainz shit, come on, fucking let it go. Everybody uses Photoshop. At least. I mean, if they say this is what okay, if somebody is saying this is exactly what I look like, and then they're using Photoshop, then that is wrong. But if it's in an advertisement, I mean, come on, guys. It's a fucking advertisement. I mean, I had, I was watching one YouTube channel. Again, I don't mention names. I'm not fucking trying to, piggyback on anybody's name. I don't give a shit about anyone. Fuck everyone. I don't give a fuck. You know, this guy's on his fucking treadmill saying, oh, you're fucking supplement horse. Like, brother, listen, I mean, you're fucking roided out standing next to your protein product that you're fucking selling for like $70 a can. And I know for a fact this stuff costs like $6 maybe. You know, you're like $60, $70 a can. You're all roided out saying, take my protein, look like this. And you're not being completely honest saying, well, you won't actually look like this. You're going to look like me, you know, more than that guy, because he's also on massive amounts of steroids. So if you want to talk about being honest, then we have to be completely honest. If we want to talk about advertisement, then let's just fucking chill on this fucking Adobe Gainz. It's funny to look at. Don't get me wrong. It's funny to look at. And they kind of went overboard with their fucking, I mean, the guy's waist was already fine and they fucking shrunk it way down. It was fucking dumb as shit. But I mean, the Adobe Gainz stuff is kind of stupid. But, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. It's funny. It's funny to look at, but it's not going to hurt nobody's fucking career. And if you're really angry and mad about it, you really just have yourself to blame because you're stupid. That's all I got for today.